Hey, today I'm going to be giving a film review for The Legend of Tarzan. Now, this is yet another adaptation of the character Tarzan, fictional character Tarzan, created by Edgar Rice Burroughs. Now, this particular version, this film, is directed by David Yates, and you have Samuel Jackson, Digimon Hunsu, Christoph Waltz. Those are like the people that I'm really familiar with, But the person cast is like Tarzan, but I know it's not really his like real like whole name. I think like Tarzan's name is actually John Clayton the third. That's what his actual name is, but he is known as Tarzan. But he is played by Alexander Skarsgård, so I'm not too familiar with that star. But yeah, this is basically like another film version of the Tarzan like legend, the story. Now, this film it starts out, where you can tell that like Tarzan himself, he's already actually established. He has like Jane as his wife and stuff like that. They're like rich and stuff like that. But then it has like flashback sequences which jump back and shows how how he was like born around like the animals and stuff like that. He was raised by I think like apes and stuff like that, or like gorillas and stuff. They actually were the ones that had raised him up. So he actually, he has the agility and all that kind of stuff of like a gorilla, basically, because he could swing through the trees and on vines and stuff, which are cool, which is cool looking, because he kind of looks like Spider-Man to a certain extent, but he's actually like, human. You can actually see him, like his flesh and stuff. And his hands were even like being from him living in the wild so long and being around gorillas and stuff. And plus he was like running on all fours, like his arms and legs, was hands and legs basically. He was like running on. His hands are actually like imprinted, almost like an animal kind of like to a certain extent. I'm not gonna touch on all that, because he didn't really run like that throughout the movie. He actually ran like up front, like a normal person like runs. But he does get out a little shot, kind of at the beginning of the film, Well, the film is about the idea that this guy known as what was his name? Yeah, Captain Leon Rom. He's like a corrupt, merciless Belgian captain out for revenge against Tarzan, basically, So he wants to acquire Tarzan's help, Well, not his help, but he wants to take Tarzan to like this like group of like savages, Like, I guess that's what you call them, like the native people of the Congo, basically, And they are led by Digimon Hansu. Yeah, because their chief is known as Mabanga. And he's the leader of this African tribe, that Christopher Waltz is trying to take lead Tarzan to, basically, But yeah, and then you have like Samuel Jackson in the film too as George Washington Williams. Well, George Washington Williams, he wants Tarzan help to go over to the Congo and prove that they're not having like a slave trade over there, So that's why he wants like Tarzan to go to the Congo with him to prove that there isn't like a slave trade going on, But yeah, it turns out that it is supposed to something going on for like the fellow tribesmen of the Congo. They are trying to actually make them into like slaves and stuff like that. But so like Tarzan, he does agree to go on this journey, with George, who's played by Samuel Jackson, So he decides to also take his wife, Jane Porter, who is played by Margot Robbie. Now, at first, Tarzan doesn't want to take her with him, because he wants to get over there and she gets in danger and stuff like that, But she keeps like begging and all that. So then he comes to like, his senses, like, okay, Jane, I'm taking you over here to like the Congo with me, so we can like pursue and find out about the slave trade and stuff like that, So when they get there, Christopher Waltz's character, Captain Leon, he kidnaps Jane, and takes her like, away or whatever. So that's what the film turns into like this plot, where like Tarzan and George, they have to actually save like Jane from Captain Leon. So that's basically what the film becomes, It becomes him actually becoming like going on this adventure to save his wife Jane from like Captain Leon, and so on. But then you have like the slave trade, like this like stuff with like diamonds and all that like in the background of it too going on as well, Now I thought this film was surprisingly I enjoyed it, I enjoyed it more than I thought I would, I thought like Samuel Jackson was funny in his role as George Washington, your George basically, because he's with Tarzan throughout the whole film, he accompanies him on his journey. But I thought his performance was pretty funny, and I thought Alexander Skarsgård as Tarzan, I thought he did a pretty cool job. He's kind of like laid back, and he's kind of like funny to a certain extent too, but it's kind of like a laid back like kind of role, And I thought Margaret as Jane, I thought she was kind of cool, and attractive too, And I thought Christoph Waltz, I thought his performance was pretty good too as Captain Leon, I thought his performance was pretty cool too, It seems like he's like kind of out of position when you think about it. Like his role in the film, it seems kind of out of place. He seems like very like evil, but at the same time he's kind of, you could tell he was kind of okay. Like a kind of not good, but kind of like forgiving basically on certain things. He wasn't like as nasty as you would think he would be. And then I also thought Dejima Hansu, I think that's how you say his name, as the leader of the African tribesmen. I thought his role was kind of good, but it was kind of limited. You don't really get to see him that much in the film. And then the director, I think he did a good job. Like David Yates did, I guess you could say, a good job of the film. The look of the film. It doesn't really feel like too atmospheric. You don't really feel like you're really there or nothing like that. But it's still cool getting a good look at the jungles and stuff like that, the waters and rivers and stuff like that. That stuff did look cool and did fit the film pretty well. And yeah, and plus there's like some cool action sequences, and I guess like the funnest scene is probably towards the end of the film where Tarzan is like, like I don't want to spoil him, where he's trying to save Jane on the boat and stuff like that. I thought that scene was kind of cool when there was like fighting and stuff like that, because it's like alligators. I think it's alligators or crocodiles. They even show up and stuff like that. So I thought that scene was cool. But the film has like a slow pace to it too as well. But I thought it never was like boring or anything like that. I thought I enjoyed it, even though it has like kind of like a slow pace to it. It really, it moved along pretty good. I'm saying I thought it was still enjoyable. It never like fell apart or anything like that. It never really took off like it could. As far as certain things go. But it wasn't like a bad film at all either. So in the end, I'm giving the Legend of Tarzan, I'm giving this a B. And I would recommend it for, I guess, like Tarzan fans or like fans of this kind of like genre, and stuff like that. I would recommend it for those kind of people. So yeah, I'm aiming at a B for the Legend of Tarzan, and this will be my film review.